My first question would like to understand that regarding the misleading advertisement, what is the step that ministry is currently taking in the sense that how many complaints are still pending and how you want to resolve them, and what is the major nature of these complaints that the government is receiving?
See, let me tell you that it is for the first time that under the Consumer Protection Act 2019, misleading advertisement was included in this. Provision has been created, and a central consumer protection authority has been set up to basically look into specifically cases of misleading advertisement. Now, what are misleading advertisements? Where uh, the manufacturer, the seller, or the advertising agency, or the advertiser, or even the endorser, if he is basically showing or proclaiming falsely about his product or service, or if he is also concealing something which is very, very important. So, all these things which mislead the consumer into believing that a product or a service is uh, will be what they are claiming, but it is not true. So it is these cases which will be taken up. Now CCPA so far has been able to uh, you know say issue about 78 notices, now I think 80 notices, and out of which about 34 were of misleading advertisements. Now these misleading advertisements largely in the times of corona pandemic, many products were selling by actually taking advantage of the sensitivity of the consumer regarding the pandemic situation. So about 11 advertisements were forced to be withdrawn, and about 3 advertisements were asked to be, to be taking corrective measures. So a corrected advertisement was allowed.
Regarding the e-commerce portal, we have also seen that there are false sort of claim or the claims which are not substantiated properly. So, regarding the e-commerce portal, whether it be Amazon, Flipkart, or any other, so what is the approach in that direction?
See, as I said, we are getting lot of complaints on the consumer national consumer helpline, and we keep monitoring these complaints on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. So we found that the largest number of complaints that we received were from the e-commerce sector. Say about a little more than say 1/3 of all the consumer complaints that we received. So what we've done is that we have compiled these complaints. The first port of the address of grievance is the NCH, where NCH is basically trying to escalate the level, and from the consumer we are basically trying to have a pre-litigation stage where if it is escalated to the next level of the concerned say grievance redressal officer of the concerned company, then most of the cases also get resolved. For example, most cases basically are of refund, replacement, or say, for example, sometimes there are also cases where people have reported that what they had placed their order for, that product was not provided, or it was not delivered, or the package was torn open, or it was a tempered kind of a thing. So the first port of call for redressing such grievances is NCH. Now, in about 60 days, we try to get the company redress the grievances. So if the grievance was to refund, we try to see whether the consumer has received the refund or not. If it is of replacement, then it is, we also see that. Now then there we at the CCPA, what we are doing is we are looking for not individual complaints. We are looking for such grievances which are happening all over the country, and where we cannot, there is a pattern, for example, and we cannot leave it to the individual consumers to raise these issues every time they suffer, any problems. So such cases are then monitored at our level, and then if it is found fit to be taken up as a class action, then CCPA issues notices to these people.
Okay. One last thing that just came to my mind regarding the helmets or the cooker that the ministry has taken steps in recently. Going forward, specifically about helmet, what we can expect, because we have seen that the directions are quite clear that non-ISI marked helmet won't be either manufactured or even it will be allowed to sell. But still, even in Delhi NCR, it is being sold quite openly. I would like to understand how hard would you like to go forward in this direction?
See, we have lot of powers. CCPA has, we can go for the recall of products. We can also ask these companies who are selling, some such non-ISI products on their e-commerce platforms to refund the person who has, bought this, because it is not proper. Once the QCOs have been issued and mandatory following has been set up, then it is basically a criminal act, not only under BIS Act 2016, but is also violative of consumer interests and consumer rights under the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So as CCPA, what I have done is I have written letters to all the district collectors asking them to, survey, try to see, investigate, or if there are any grievances that they are receiving, to also investigate and inquire into and send us the action taken report. So this has been done from CCPA at the, the district collector level. The second part that CCPA has done is we've asked BIS, DGBIS, to start taking action wherever we have found. I have found, for example, helmets were selling without ISI mark on e-commerce platforms. So I have asked them to, hold an investigation into this and take these people for, action.